So, all of Principle Heart of Hearts principles are virtuous. All of Principle Heart of Hearts, Principle Heart of Hearts, or Principle Heart's principles are virtuous. All of his principles are virtuous. What do I mean by this? I'm going to explain just that in this video again here, or of another explanation of the 9 Great Fathers parable. I really want y'all to get this in every detail as to why I'm saying it. Character. The literal definition of the word character means the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Mental and moral, life, individual, physical. The mental and moral qualities of the individual, or the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual, meaning your ability to discern, point out a difference, judge well, see which one is which a one. You can get with this or you can get with that. Now you can get with this or you can get with that. Moving forward. So, the 9 Great Fathers parable, life form. What do I mean by life form? Why do I say that? Spiritual being. A life form is a spiritual being and or a star vessel. A life form is a star vessel. Life, star, vessel, form, you see. I need y'all to keep that in mind as I'm getting ready to go in and explain it, because I don't want to just throw this out here and you're not getting why I'm saying it. It's a pretty strong 9-dimensional view parable. It's a 9-dimensional view parable, the 9 Great Fathers parable, the 9 Great Fathers energies parable. You can call it whatever you want. You can take it, use it for however you want. You can steal all of these ideas and apply them to whatever you want to apply them to. Moving forward. So, the 9 Great Fathers energies parable. Great Father energy. Great Father energy. A lot of people in this world right now currently, due to the entrenchment and the source in which the entrenchment came from, you are who you serve. A lot of the people in this world are very childlike, wouldn't you agree? Children that are out of control, misbehaving all over the place. That's what the entrenchment got my family acting as currently. Wouldn't you agree? Misbehaving children. So, what corrects misbehaving children, Great Fathers? Can a great mother do it too? Oh, of course. But can she do it without the father? No, no one can. You are unconscious without the father. You are unconscious without the father. And you know these things, don't you? You can try to argue, but this here logic is irrefutable, and you know it. Why not steal it and go use it against the people who are acting wickedly in this world? Why not? It's the reason I'm posting it online, for crying out loud. I told you, I defend all humanity, whether you all want me to defend you or not. Gluttonous for spiritual combat or spiritual conflict. I aggressively move at God's speed. That's what I do. So I'm just going to talk some peace pal crap to every single individual of the world worthy enough to talk some peace pal crap to, for the sole purpose of spiritually developing you. And you want to know who's worthy for me to talk some peace pal crap to? Every single one of you that breathe. I see you all as Jesus. I see you all to be the same thing I am. You're just cuter. Kidding. Moving forward. Here, the 9 Great Fathers parable. So, I'm going to label and describe it from both currents this time in the same video. Principle Heart of Hearts. His principles are virtuous. Principle Heart of Hearts principles are virtuous. I'm going to explain both currents in this video. What do I mean by both currents? Anodea Judith. I meant to validate just exactly who this possible sister is I meant to validate who it was before I even started this video, but I just started talking. I need to get this information to you as soon as possible. It's all about the Great Father energy. It's all about the Great Father energy, manifesting Great Father energy worldwide. Get the kids in line. Help get the kids in line. Mama can't do it alone. Mama gonna do it wrong if she do it by herself. She gonna do it wrong. That's obviously what's going on here. If you want to buy my Cosmic Mother story, Mama can't do it right by herself. She needs Papa. Mama can't do it right by herself. She need the Papa. She need Papa. Moving forward. So, Great Father energy, Great Dad energy. I'm going to label and describe it from both currents. What do I mean by both currents? Anodea Judith, she labels and describes it like this. The display of chakras, the way the chakra hierarchy is displayed. The chakra hierarchy, that's what it's about. The chakra hierarchy, chakras. What is a chakra? Before I go on, a chakra. In Indian thought, each of the centers of spiritual power in the human body. So that means the mental and moral qualities, your spiritual powers in you, the individual. That's what it means. That's what a chakra literally is. Your chakras are your mental and moral quality powers. What is a power? Your powers, the literal meaning of power is your ability to do something or act in a particular way. Particular way. Especially as a faculty or quality. There go that word quality again. What does the word quality mean? Quality, the standard of something. Standard of something as measured against other things of a similar kind. The degree of excellence of something. Something, anything. But notice excellence there, meaning the good part versus the bad part. Meaning what was your best feature that you stand on regarding you? Do you know what they are? What is your worst features about you? That's what a standard is. Standard. A level of quality or attainment, what something does or what something has done. A level of quality or attainment. A level of quality or attainment. Attainment, meaning something achieved, something done, right? What does this thing do? Ever watch Dexter's Laboratory growing up? What does this button do? Think of that. Something silly, something nostalgic a little bit. Told you, nerd parables. You're getting ready to get into another nerd parable. The whole Nine Fathers Great Energy parable is essentially a nerd parable at its core. Because the nerd energy is an energy that ain't trying to harm you in any kind of way. Well, right now, currently, the nerd energy I know, you're just lazy, ignorant, and lost. But you're not harmful at all. That's one thing I know about the nerd geek culture. It's not harmful at all. This is why I put so much emphasis in regarding to be that this parable is a nerd geek parable. Moving forward. So I'm just going to label and describe it from Anodea Judith's double current displays, chakra displays. Chakra is a spiritual power in the human body. Power is ability to do something. All of it I just explained, right? Chakra display. What do I mean by chakra display? The chakra hierarchy system. Any chakra system hierarchy, any one of them that you see. The root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra. Then you have the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra. But here's the thing. There are two more chakras outside of those major 7 chakras that I just mentioned. Outside of those 7 major spiritual powers. Outside of those 7 major spiritual powers that I just mentioned. There are 2 more of them. One of them is called the Earth Star Chakra. The Earth Star Chakra is actually, in actuality, the literal planet we are all standing on itself. That's what the Earth Star Chakra actually, truly, literally is. The actual planet itself. And/or the spiritual powers of the planet itself, in which affect our human spirit. The planet itself, meaning, is a life form as well, and/or it is a star vessel as well. That's what the planet is. The planet is a star vessel or a life form. This is why I mentioned it earlier, so you can know more or so of what I am talking about as I get ready to go into this discussion, and/or what I am labeling and describing here. The planet itself is a life form, and/or spiritual being, and/or star vessel. Moving forward now. The other chakra, in which is outside of the major 7 spiritual powers. It is known as the soul star spiritual power. What is spirit? Spirit is the non-physical part BKA, electromagnetic force, one of the four major elements or four major forces in which keep reality stabilized. Spirit is the non-physical part or the electromagnetic force of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character. The soul. What are emotions? Told you what character is, the mental and moral qualities, right? Qualities, standards, things of that nature. You got to have all this in mind before I go in. Unfortunately, it's going to be long. You got to have all of it before I go in and move forward here. What are emotions? Emotions are literally, logically speaking, the natural, instinctive state of mind deriving from one's instinctive and/or intuitive spirit and soul, as opposed to physical or material things and/or as distinguished from reasoning or knowledge. I said it right. Because your emotions don't stem from your mood or your relationships with others. It doesn't stem from circumstances. It stems from you, your inner self. It stems from you, the power there within thereof, meaning the chakras, meaning your spiritual powers. Your emotion stems from your spiritual powers. Your emotions stem from your spiritual powers, meaning your emotions stem from the electromagnetic force that surges to, through, and throughout thee thereof. The electromagnetic wave, the electromagnetic frequency, or the force thereof, as gravity also does, and as both styles of neutrons or neurons, the weak neuron and the strong neuron, as it says in those four, does as well. You follow what I'm saying? So, spiritual parable, Great Father energy, that's what this is. Great Father energy parable. And the Great Father, the greatness is the electromagnetic force thereof, where the emotions and characters sit naturally on the throne. You see, both currencies now. What I just labeled and described to you was the currents, the hierarchy listing from the Earth Star Chakra to the Soul Star Chakra, from the Earth Star Chakra to the Soul Star Chakra. You can label. She labeled and described this to be known as the current of manifestation. The current of manifestation. I said in the previous video, liberation by accident. Then I just gave the other one by accident. Moving forward. So here, the first hierarchy listing, when you see the display and you label it from the Earth Star Chakra to the Soul Star Chakra, she labeled and described that as the current of manifestation. She called that the current of manifestation, or he. I haven't validated who Anodea Judith actually is just yet, but I will soon. So I can give this person more credit to how this person labeled and described these hierarchy displays, or the chakra system hierarchy display, because the other way she described it, or Anodea Judith, she or he, the other way this individual described it was from the Soul Star Chakra to the Earth Star Chakra, meaning Soul Star, then you got crown, then you got the third eye, then you got the throat, and then you got the heart, and then you got the solar plexus, then you got the sacral, then you got the root, and then you got the Earth Star chakras. She called that the current of liberation, the current of manifestation, and the current of liberation. I'm going to label and describe the 9 Great Fathers hierarchy parable in both ways on this one video here. But first, I had to give you all of those things before I got ready to label and describe it to you. I had to give you all of that first. The current of liberation, current. Think frequency. When you hear current, think frequency. So that means the words, the sound of these words, the sounds of my voice, spoken to you in 2 styles. One style, the current of manifestation, from the physical to the spirit, and/or the current of liberation, from the spirit to the flesh. Incarnation, resurrection, you see. It's all the same. It's all hooked up. Remember those 4 big steps that I told you about. Now I'm getting ready to say the parable after I tell you these 4 steps. The first step, reawakening. The second step, reincarnation. The third step, resurrection. And then the final step, resettlement. That's the internal work right there. Those 4 steps. That's the internal work. But there's also the external work, what the physical body needs. Regeneration, replenishment, restoration, renewal. That's the 4 for the physical there. You follow what I'm saying? The 4 for the internal, one more time. The 4 for the internal, one more time. reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, resettling. Resettling of what? God's kingdom worldwide. The sun will never set upon the Wakandan Empire, meaning the light will always be up in the spirit. In spirit. It will always be up in the spirit. You follow me? Now, the fourth physical. Regeneration, replenishment, restoration, renewal. Complete healing of every single portion of damage that was done unto us physically, spiritually, and soulfully, all at once. Holistic healing. That's what the world needs. It is going to take your entire planet to conceal the energy I truly harbor within me. It's going to take you all. So I'm just going to use it and just make you contain it. I'm going to make your entire world contain my healing energy. I'm just going to make you do it. How? By putting it in front of your face, and or putting it online, and or putting the words in your head in regards to how I'm going to do it. Like this, for example. So moving forward, let's explain the 9 Great Fathers hierarchy. It is as follows. But first, a rule to label and describe it. There's 4 things on each rank of this hierarchy. There's 9 slots of hierarchies. Remember that. And on each rank, there are 4 specific things that are going to make each rank unique for this explanation here. It is the life, meaning the chakra itself, meaning the greatness of the individual that I'm getting ready to mention next. And then after that is the form, or the being. The being is the character that I'm going to use for each slot. The character, the mental and moral qualities of a specific character from a specific story, anywhere or any genre of the world. You can also use this Great Father's energy for whatever you like to use it for. You can use it for a Great Mother's parable. It's just a 9-dimensional exercise. It's a 9-dimensional thinking mind exercise. That's all it is. Remember, I said I'm going to be dropping 9-dimensional thoughts on y'all for quite a while now because of how eager I am to spiritually develop you all on this planet. Why do I want to spiritually develop you all on this planet to a quantum mind or beyond? Well, that's pretty much the limit right there still. Why do I want to develop you all? So I can live amongst you in peace without all the damages. So let's talk to global peace, to a global golden yuga. The 9 fathers, the first father. First, I'm going to label and describe it from or using the currents of liberation. I'm going to talk about it from the currents of liberation first. If you followed everything I've said thus far, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to label it, like I just said, the current of liberation first. So first, the soul star chakra. The first one is the soul star chakra. The first part of the rank is the soul star chakra. But here, in detail real quick. So like I said, those major 4. What is the life of the first rank? Is the question I'm going to ask to make this make more sense to you. What's the life of the first rank? What's the form of the first rank? What is the sin of the first rank? And what is the reconnection scenario of the first rank? If I haven't mentioned that already, I am now. I believe I almost skipped it. But in order for it to make more sense, I got to give you that as well. So 4 questions. Once again, for each rank, I'm going to ask these 4 questions. For each rank, I'm going to ask these 4 questions. That's how I can make more sense to you by me putting that out there. For each rank, I'm going to ask these 4 questions. What is the life of this of the rank? What is my own story? I got to memorize it. What is the life of the first rank? What is the form of the first rank? What is the character? The form is the character. What is the form of the first rank? What is the sin of the first rank? And what is the reconnection scenario of the first rank? If you're still with me thus far. So the life of the first rank is the soul star chakra. The form of the first rank, or the character, the mental and moral qualities of a specific character, from any genre, anywhere, yourself, a person you know. It can be anybody, any character. I'm just going to choose a anime character, and or a cinema character, and or a comic book character, and or a video game character. Like I said, it's a nerd parable. You'll see what I mean momentarily, if I can finish it all in time, without it getting cut off on me again or without talking too long. I'm going to just say it quickly as I can. The character is the form. The character is the form. The mental and moral qualities. The mental and moral qualities. Distinctive to the individual. Distinctive to an individual. All of it in one. But the form is just the whole person. The person that's going to represent this slot right here. Soul star chakra, life. Character, form. And the sin. And then the reconnection scenario. What do I mean by reconnection scenario? To read this reconnection scenario are a group of words that I just pieced together that's going to help you reconnect with the principle of the universe. The reconnection scenario are words that I just pieced together using all of this here made up story that I just grabbed from everywhere to reconnect you with the principle of the universe, principle heart of hearts, to reconnect you with his way or its way. Did you know, according to my chakra tree Murdy parable, if you want to see it this way, you don't have to. The heart of hearts itself is the non-physical yet physical body of the King of all kings, who you would refer to as Jesus. What I see as personally the life form in which gave all of his vessels and incarnations their lives. That the devil outside of those vessels destroyed consistently for 72 multi-trillions of years. You don't have to buy that story. We've been at war with the same demon since we've been born. Moving forward. So, the first form, first life is the soul star chakra on the ranking. The form will be Black Lightning from the Black Lightning Cinema, the protector of Freeland, the protector of free land. Free land. It's called Freeland in the Black Lightning show, isn't it? Remember, all of it's going to tie together. I'm not saying anything I am saying for no reason at all, nor for any joking reason. I'm trying to make it a joke, which is why I'm mentioning the fictional people. That's why I'm mentioning the fictional people, because I'm trying to make it somewhat light, but it's a whole lot of dark lies, dismantling tied to this story, a whole lot. Moving forward. So the Black Lightning superhero, the protector of Freeland, the preserver of Freeland. Free land, free land. Did you know all of the heart was once one? The heart? Yeah, I call the planet the heart. You all call it the earth. But then I realized the enemy just plucked the H off the beginning of the word and moved it to the end. And now we got earth instead of heart. Remember, the enemy takes everything that we are and uses it against us night and day. Our planet should be called the heart. Moving forward, did you know it was all one continent at once? You all labeled and described it as Pangea. Pangea. Pan meaning encompassing, all over. And Gea meaning earth. So heart encompassing all over, not Pangea. It was all one continent. It was all one land. It was all one land at first. Not too many country names or continent names on that one land there. Just one big family. As we are all going to be soon again. One tribe, soul tribe, moving forward. So, Black Lightning, the Black Subtle Lightning, is the protector of free land. No country land, no country name land, free land. The first rank. And the story thereof, that with his character, mental and moral qualities, the preserver of free land, protector of good and free land, keep the people of the free land good, Black Lightning. That's the first one. What is the sin of this here rank? That Black Lightning is the character and or the form of the life thereof, from the soul star, for the soul star chakra's representation. The sin is fear. That's the sin there. So I want you to think though for a second. Soul star chakra. You want to know what the soul star chakra is? It's the first energy source located beyond the physical body. You want to know what's where our physical body caps at? The crown chakra. So that means the soul star chakra is beyond the crown chakra and the power outside of the crown chakra and everything else the crown chakra is a constituent of, meaning the firmament. The crown chakra is the firmament. The crown, if you want to buy, you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just saying it out loud. The firmament is a constituent of the crown chakra, meaning the firmament and the crown chakra are one and the same things. I'm not talking about the dome of the planet. I'm talking about the dome of the galaxy. Not talking about the dome of the planet. I'm talking about the dome of the infinite galaxy. That's what you call the firmament. You don't have to. It's just, I mean, we're universal constituents, aren't we? We are one with this universe and everything that is thereof, right? So that means our limit and or our actual cap wouldn't be this planet. For people who buy that flat earth theory, I have something in my arsenal or my foundational knowledge known as, you can steal this by the way, steal it, go ahead. I call it the African Air Militia, or the AAM. The African Air Militia, or the AAM. It's going to govern and/or manage what is known as Project 4's ES-11 armor goals. ES-11 armor. ES meaning Ephesians 6. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of God with me. When this plan here, not me personally, when this plan here establishes and reaches unto the people's mind, heart spaces properly the way it needs to, we're going to have the abilities to fly physically with armors to and fro everywhere on the planet and everywhere the planet is thereof. So that means when we get to a certain point of this here mission of minds, we will be able to fly into the outer atmosphere and see what the planet actually looks like. But for right now, I am not about to allow your flat earth theories to distract me from my ascension. I don't want to believe the planet is flat. I want to believe the planet holds the image of God round. But if you want to sit here and say the planet is flat and that we have no space, that means that we have no image of God to walk on, nor do we have any angels in the heavens. So be it. But you're going to piss off a lot of Christians as soon as they realize why you're really talking about a flat earth theory so much and trying to distract us with it. Moving forward. So, black lightning. Black subtle lightning. The protector of Freeland, the preserver of the universe. Soul star chakra. What was I ultimately getting at with the soul star chakra being outside of the physical body? Before I skip what I was talking about again. It's quantum. The soul star chakra is quantum energy, meaning it's the quantum vacuum. If you look up what the science people posted to be the quantum vacuum, you'll see what I'm talking about. Real quick, the quantum is natural energy. Quantum energy is natural energy. So if you science people or you AI specialists think you're going to establish some kind of quantum AI machinery, you are wrong. All you're going to do is build a more heavier weapon to enslave my people with. Because that is all you can live to do, is enslave my people. You cannot make quantum AI because quantum can only be natural. Natural intelligence harnesses quantum energy. Natural intelligence can only harness quantum energy. Your machines cannot. But if you succeed in some kind of thermomyonics or thermionics, we got something else we need to watch out for now. Plain and simple. Because remember, you cannot be any good. You cannot get to a moral high ground because you are the sheer immoral high grounds themselves. Amen. Evil recognize evil, don't it? You ever heard somebody say that before in their lives? Moving forward. So, the soul star chakra is quantum energy. That's what it is. Seraphic energy. The source of fire. That's what the soul star is. And I see black lightning being the superhero that represents the form of the Most High God in my story here. Because the source of all life is the Most High God. Wouldn't you agree? Moving forward. So, what's the reconnection scenario? What's the sin first? Why is the sin the sin? Fear. Fear is a sin. What is fear literally? Fear defines as an unpleasant emotion. Did you know that this energy you feel is not unpleasant at all? It is a nothingness energy that you feel here. Meaning your emotion, your spirit soul is not harming you at all, nor is it telling you to do anything. It is just giving you your life and your abilities to function. So that means it cannot be unpleasant at all. It literally cannot be unpleasant. I literally cannot feel bad. I can't feel bad. Why are you trying to force me to have sympathy? Oh, I know why now. Because a low energy sees to it that I will surely lead to an early death. I know you all too well. All too well. Moving forward. I literally cannot feel bad. So fear defines as an unpleasant emotion. It's impossible for you to have an unpleasant emotion. They can just trick you into having sympathy. An unpleasant emotion caused by the belief. Your belief is foundational, remember? So that means they have to tear up your foundation in order to make you afraid of something. They have to tear up your natural divine foundation in order to make you afraid. And an artificial foundation, one that's going to see to it that you suffer slowly and quickly at the same time. Moving forward. Unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. That is the definition of fear. Fear defines as an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. Our emotions cannot be unpleasant. We cannot have unpleasant feelings, not logically. Am I saying we're robots? Am I saying we're only built to feel good? No and yes simultaneously. Because we're not robots, we're just built to feel good. But that is the truth there, logically speaking. We cannot be unpleasant emotions. We cannot be. Therefore, you cannot be fearless, and you shall not be fearless, and you should not be fearless at all. Remove thine fears from thine heart space, because thine heart space connects directly to the true Most High God of the universe, the soul of the universe, the soul star chakra, the quantum star loka. Call it whatever you want. It's the same thing, and it's going to keep doing the same thing, giving you your life and your abilities to function within them properly, fluently, accurately, without the devil's influence, which I am getting ready to get to next on the second rank of the current of liberation, 9 Great Fathers Parable Hierarchy Explanation. The second one now. What is the life of the second rank? What is the form of the second rank? What is the sin of the second rank? And what is the reconnection scenario of the second rank? Did I even finish the reconnection scenario of the first rank? The reconnection scenario of the first rank, be fearless in every way possible. Second one now. What's the life? The crown chakra itself, the constituent of the firmament, Endor, the firmament chakra, in other words. The firmament chakra is the second one. The firmament chakra is the life of the second rank. What's the form? Yahweh, Yahweh Allah Kaidio Jajaka, or Jehovah Ma'at and Lil Isis, the fake father of the universe. The fake father of the universe. That's what the second form is. The sin of this here second rank is jealousy, of course, because that's all your father, your sky daddy, that's all your sky daddy is built on, jealousy. Jealous of everything in reality. Don't have another God over me. Well, we don't have an option but to have another God over you, is because it's the quantum energy. I mean, what do you want us to do? Go kill the quantum realm? Actually, yeah. That's why the quantum realm is being used against you, which these demons that serve her will do soon if we don't wake up and start harnessing this power for ourselves to eliminate this jealousy spirit from our mind heart spaces. Principal jealousy needs to be eliminated. Principal jealousy needs to be eradicated. Principal fear needs to be eradicated. Principal fear needs to be eradicated. How do you erase principal fear and how do you erase principal jealousy? Take a listen to these words. Be fearless, for one. And now let's talk about how to get rid of the jealousy spirit. I got this avatar in my head, moving along quicker now. I got this avatar in my mind. Another parable, an avatar parable. It's called Eric Killmonger from the Black Panther movie. And at the end of the story here, he's going to fuse with all of the other 9 Great Fathers. And the devil is going to fuse with all of the 9 negative principalities in our mind heart spaces. I didn't tell you that part yet. But I'm quite sure you know what I'm talking about if you've seen any of the other videos. They're all going to fuse, and then they're going to duke it out in their most powerful selves. In other words, how's it going to happen in the physical? When you all come to your divine senses. Oh man, I came to my senses and I realized what was actually happening here. When you all come to your divine natural senses, what knocked you or what puts you out of those senses, meaning what put the 9 negative principalities in you, like principal jealousy for a moment, principal jealousy that put the other 8 negative principles in you, it will be right there to place those principles back into you again. You got to be ready to fight back. In this fused Great Father parable, when I finally get a chance to label and describe it to you properly, it can help you do so. It's going to help you do so. This energy is for the entire world moving forward. So, jealousy is the sin of the crown chakra, or the firmament right now, or the planetary logos. That's what jealousy is. You have to know all of these things. I have to tell you all of these things. I'm going to be saying a lot less sooner, or very soon. I guarantee it. Just a few more times I have to explain this out loud, or at least get it recorded somewhere and posted somewhere so everybody can see it. It's unfortunate, but self-dominance has to occur here. Self-domination has to occur. You'll get what I mean momentarily. So, self-domination, because the entrenchment is so thickly ingrained into you that the entrenchment makes you feel like you are it. And since the entrenchment is the actual problem here, the solution would be to eliminate the problem, right or wrong. And since you feel like you are the entrenchment, self-domination needs to occur. How can yourself dominate you? The best qualities of you take over thereof. The more I talk about the best qualities of you and put them somewhere for you to be able to possibly see them, the more they conquer thy mind, heart, space, and/or turn you back to normal. Jealousy in our crown chakra space and/or our firmament chakra space is not normal. Why is jealousy driving our world to be what it is currently? That is bad. We need to stop jealousy from driving our world to be what it is currently. That would be good. The world would be better off without jealousy, right? I'll leave that question to you. Moving forward. So, notice something too. My belief system pillar. Remember, the 2 outside, there's 2 chakras outside of the major 7. There's 2 chakras outside of the major 7. I have it lined up with everything I've been saying so far now, because it's all spiritual powers. I'm telling you all about spiritual powers. So the belief system pillars are lined up, even with the 9 chakras. They're still lined up with them. So think about the 7 belief system pillars for a moment. Think about how the crown chakra will be the 7th major chakra. You follow me? Belief system pillar 7, the religions. The 7th major chakra, crown chakra. And the 2nd, counting from the current of liberation on down to the flesh. On the list here. The ranking. Connection, connection, connection. In other words, connected all together, connected all together. Belief system pillar 7. The religions. They need to be dismantled by any moral means necessary. Why do we even have religions in the first place? Because of Yahweh. Allah. The days the same. Why is it hard to talk about this? Because I don't like to disrespect what you all are. I don't like to disrespect you. I don't like to. No one does. It's a bad energy to be in. Disrespectful energy is a bad energy to be in. But you have to be made aware that the Lord God herself is the reason why the world is so backwards. You have to be made aware of this. Somehow, eventually, somebody has to come out and say it. The Lord God, Yahweh, Yahweh, Allah, Kai, Dios, Yahjakan, or Jehovah, Ma'ah, and Lil Isis will consider herself to be the Holy Spirit, is the reason why the entire world as we know it today is so backwards. Her influence alone, her actions alone, no one else's. The way wicketry transpires into this world is because it is from her to and through us. How are we all the same species, standing on the same planet, yet we all think we're different species, coming from different planets and or different worlds, like Asia and Europe. You are all my family. You are all the same people. Or like Australia and Africa. You are all my family. You are all the same people. All of the continents are of the same continent. They all came from the same place. I was about to say all of the continents are my family too, because yeah, I believe the planet is a life form. I believe the planet is my brother. My brother is the planet itself. Moving forward. Why is that though, huh? Have you ever asked that question? Why doesn't anyone ask that kind of question? Why is that? How can we all be different species in the same species? How can we all be from different worlds on the same world? How is this possible? You want to know how it's possible? Because of that division tongue you all get from the devil. That's why you call us people of color versus people. That's why you call us blacks versus what we all truly are. Even you, soul people, soul race. Moving forward. The jealousy spirit is the Lord God itself in the form of the second rank here, the cherub. You know what a cherub is? Something childlike. Notice how all of that connects, you see? The entrenchment makes you childlike, makes you cherubim-like. Jealousy is coming from the crown chakra, meaning the logos, meaning the ethos of the world, or ethos, however you want to say it. I heard ethos before I heard ethos. Where did I hear ethos from? When I looked up the word recently and pushed the button that said pronounce it. And then the little machine said ethos. It didn't see ethos. So that's why I'm just gonna, whatever, throw it out there. Moving forward. What does the word ethos mean? The characteristic spirit of culture, era, or community as manifested in the characteristic spirit's beliefs and aspirations. Characteristic spirit? Any characteristic spirit. I see about 9 of them in our mind heart spaces that's plaguing us all. The second one is jealousy. The first one is fear. Principal jealousy is plaguing us. Principal fear is plaguing us. We need to remove these principalities from our mind heart spaces. We need to erase them. How can we? This spiritual parable will help. If you want to take a listen to it, it's been a while. I may not get to the second one. But here, let's go. The third slot then. What is the life of the first slot or third slot? What is the life? What is the form? What is the sin? What is the reconnection story? I'm your king. That's the reconnection story. Or the reconnection story is also the sun will never set upon the Wakandan Empire. And the reasoning why that means, why he said that. The sun will never go down, meaning the light will never go down. The light will always shine upon the throne and let us see what the negative principalities are trying to get us to go towards next. Eric Killmonger is the form, meaning his character is, his mental and moral qualities from that story. I can do whatever I want with him in the spirit. I can do whatever I want with a person's mental and moral qualities in the spirit. You do all the time, don't you? Don't you all depict and say what you want somebody's mental and moral qualities to be all day long? Don't you do this as well? Well, I'm going to take entire forms of people and do the same thing with them for my reasonings for doing them. You all will be dominated by reasoning, self-domination. Self-domination is reasoning domination, spiritual domination of you. Am I trying to curse you all, humanity? Nah, I'm just trying to set you straight. Because I'm sick of being around you while you crooked. Moving forward. That's the third slot there. What's on the throne? Eric Killmonger. The sin, sloth, laziness. That's your current mental state right now. You're all lazy. Sloth. You need to flip it to balance so that balance can become ambition. Because once that sloth flips to balance, ambition will come about it immediately, reasoning wise, because the entire world around you is imbalanced, and once you realize it is, you're going to want to get it to go back to normal. Principal Sloth does not belong in the chair it is in right now. But then it's like sloth energy ain't hurting you. You know what I'm saying? So you can use it. You can use them all for however you want to use them. You can set up the story for however you want to set it up moving forward. So the sun will never set upon the Wakandan Empire. Meaning the sun will always shine upon us all in spirit, because we know in real life the sun goes up and down, moon, sun, you know. We know how it goes down in the physical, but in the spirit, the light will always be up. The light will always be up on God's kingdom, always in the spirit. But in physical reality, we know it's going to be sun and moon, night, day. Moving forward. So the next slot, the fourth one. What is the life reconnection scenario for the third slot? I said it. I'm your king, or and the reasoning behind I'm your king. What's the reasoning behind I am your king now? I am your king, or I'm your king now, meaning the third eye. I'm not about to lead you. No one is. You want to know why? Because there's always been a leader for you, and it has led you now for 72 trillion years. If you want to go by the Nation of Islam story in regards to when the universe was truly first formed, 72 trillion years ago. I'm buying that story more than ever now after hearing about the bouncing black hole theory. Knowing how she gets down when we figure things out. Knowing what she did to Satan and the third angels, and the third of the angels on the planet at the time. Or the third of the stars, or the third of the people that lived and just believed in him, that she blamed him for slaughtering, most likely. Guaranteed fact, I can almost guarantee you. Just wait till y'all gather more, man. And I can actually talk to y'all the way I need to talk to y'all, or tell you things that you need to know about moving forward. So, we're not going to have a leader. The sun is going to be shining in spirit all the time, giving us the ability to see everything that the negative evil of the world would like to do to us next, and we can stop it when they try to do it. Nip it in the bud. Don't even give them a chance to rise up and do it again. Don't even give them a chance to come close to being able to do it. Stop them before they even have a chance to get up and do something, period. It's what happened when the light gets on the throne. Fourth slot now. What's the life of the fourth slot, of the fourth rank? What's the form of the fourth rank? What's the sin of the fourth rank? And what's the reconnection scenario of the fourth rank? Third eye is your king. That's the third one. Fourth one now. The life, throat chakra, form. Asura from another video game. Asura's wrath from another video game. And the sin is wrath itself. And the reconnection scenario, the character Endor. The reconnection scenario, to simplify it as much as possible. Dominions, think dominions. Like I said, I'm connecting every hierarchy in the spirit to this one story right here, because all of the hierarchies are in spirit anyways. Did you get that? All of the celestial hierarchies are in one spiritual space anyways. Stars, soul of the universe, chakras. Did you get that? Moving forward. So, Asura's wrath in his video game, he went through and he erased all of the 7 deities that were plaguing the world. He went through and erased them with his wrath, and then he got to the final one, the one that caused them all to be there in the first place, and he defeated it. But then it cost him himself as well, meaning he didn't get to see the fruits of his labor. That's why everybody's going to fuse with Eric Killmonger, and this time he's going to win. It's one of the reasons why. But yeah, that's the reconnection scenario right there. Literally using my voice to help defeat and/or erase, which is what I am doing now, talking about them being erased from our mind-heart spaces. That's the reconnection scenario there. Me putting in the actions of speaking to destroy what needs to be destroyed somehow. This may help. We'll see though, right? The outcome of these words, the outcome of these videos I'm posting. We'll see how far this idea goes. Next slot. The heart chakra. What is the life of this rank here? What is the form of this rank? What is the sin of this rank? And what is the reconnection scenario of the fifth rank? The life of the fifth rank is the heart chakra. We only got one heart chakra, soul universally. We only got one heart chakra universally because we only got one chakra system universally. We only got one chakra hierarchy universally. It's all in the spirit. Spiritual powers. Spiritual powers. We all only got one spiritual power. Moving forward. The heart chakra is the life of the 5th rank. The form is Vegeta from the Dragon Ball series. The form is Vegeta. The mental and moral qualities of Vegeta. The mental and moral qualities of Vegeta will play his form. Will play the form of this here rank hierarchy story. And then the sin is pride. The reconnection scenario, pride for the soul race. The heart chakra in this slot right here is the prince of all humans. The heart chakra is the prince of all humans. Who's the king and/or true ruler of all humans? The quantum is the most high God and/or the creator and/or birther of the universe, or light of the universe, or soul of the universe, that gives the abilities of the stars to be stars of the universe, and they're all thereof. The principle is the heart, or principle heart of hearts. The heart of hearts chakra is the principle of the universe, and the heart of hearts principles are virtuous. Principle heart of hearts principles are virtuous. Principle heart of hearts principles are virtuous. Moving forward. So Vegeta, because of his mental and moral qualities from his story, including the ultra ego being the person's sense of self-esteem or person's sense of self-importance. Remember, this world don't want you to have, especially as a man, this world does not want you to have any type of self-esteem or sense of self-importance at all. Now, does it? Which is why this parable involving Vegeta, it may help. Take a look at the mental and moral qualities of that character there. And I apply them to this story, how I choose to apply them to this story. Prince of the soul race. The heart of hearts is the prince of all humans. The heart of hearts is the prince of all humans. It's the prince. King or the ruler is the true most high God. And the heart of hearts itself is the non-physical body or non-physical physical body of who you would refer to as Jesus Christ. Who you would refer to as Jesus Christ. So what's the subconscious mind of this here Jesus? It would be what is known as the throat chakra, the wrath. And what is the conscious mind of this here Jesus? The third eye chakra, the thrones. Moving forward. The reconnection scenario, like I just said, pride for the soul race, soul pride. Hearing words said like that, hearing words spoken like that, give you a more sense of direction back to your proper character and behavior. Your proper character and behavior. And the behavior and or character that you were originally very satisfied with. That's why I keep saying soul pride. We were originally very satisfied with this behavior. Remember, 9 negative principalities this demon is forcing into us, through us. They're confusing everything. They need to go bye-bye. We only got one principle, not 9. We only got one principle, one master, one ruler, not 9 of them. Your so-called colonizer Frieza didn't destroy Vegeta's world in this parable here, in this story. Vegeta still got his tail in my story and can go ultra ego. I'm giving everybody the most maximum amount of powers possible for this to work. Just a big old imagination, man. Moving forward. Please don't repeat what I do. Just take what I say and go with it. These qualities, you hear this coughing and whatnot because of something else. Just don't harness that. Don't harness the bad things. Don't harness the damages. Just harness the message. Harness the goodness of the word. I've been meaning to say that. What's that old saying? Don't do as I do as I say, right? Isn't that the saying? Well, yeah, don't do as I do with the and all of that. Just do as I'm saying. Best behavior. The message should be all that matters. Because the energy of the soul, the energy of this great father energy is all that matters to me. It's all that matters to me now. Getting this energy into the world as soon as possible, in every way possible, preventing you all from being able to escape from it. That's the reconnection scenario. Soul pride, pride for the soul race. The heart of hearts is the prince of all humans. It is the soul prince, Yeshua. And these are the foundations upon which they have always stood. Moving forward. Where did I get that line from, huh? Vegeta. That's why I'm using it. And these are the foundations upon which it had always stood. But the devil forced to crumble at our feet. So now, these parables are going to cut it down inch by inch. The way it is, cut it down our soul pride. So moving forward. The sixth slot on this list. What's the life of the rank? What's the form of the rank? What's the sin of the rank? And what's the reconnection scenario of the rank? The life of the rank. The solar plexus chakra. Life, solar plexus, life, solar plexus. The form of the rank. Akuma. The sin of the rank. Gluttony. And the reconnection scenario. The fight back spiritual power. The fight back spiritual power. I want to put this in y'all heads. The fight back spiritual power. How can you fight back in spirit? Using knowledge, man. Using knowledge, bro. The more you spiritually enlighten people, the more you get rid of the demons in this world. The more you spiritually enlighten people, the more you get rid of all the demons in this world. From how I'm seeing it, it's about 9 demons to have known of in your foundation of knowledge. And gluttony. Gluttony right here is the 6th one out of the 9. Gluttony. Yeah, I'm not going to have time to get to the other ones. I'm going to talk about them in the next video. This will be part 1 of 2 of the 9 Fathers Fusion parable. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the 9 Great Fathers Fusion because I'm ready to move on to the next things. So I need to fuse these powers together so the enemy will fuse her powers together and we can duke it out in the spirit and it'll all be over. Resurrection. Then resettlement of God's kingdom. Is it really going to happen like this? It's going to take a while for this truth to settle into your minds, but I'm just willing to put it out here no matter how long it takes for it to be out here so you can have it and we can get to this progress. We can get started on this. I only need to tell you these things one time. After this, I can say less every moment, everywhere I go. I ain't got to put on none of these nerve parables out here. I ain't got to say none of this no more. I could just talk to you straight up, say the things I need to say to you, and move forward from that point. Solar plexus chakra. In other words, I got to realign you as much as possible. You got to be realigned as much as possible. These words are going to help you realign with what you are truly and naturally and spiritually and things of that nature. These words are going to do. And they're going to teach you how to fight back in this nature. Fight back with this nature and fight back in this nature. We can beat the enemy on our grounds, but we cannot beat the enemy on theirs. We can beat the enemy on our grounds, but we cannot beat the enemy on theirs. The reconnection scenario for this rank right here is the fight back spirit. I'm going to put a fight back spiritual power in your heads. Solar plexus chakra. Real quick, did you know the information in which our people, our ancestors have given us about the solar plexus chakra lists its element as fire, and it lists its sense as sight. Its element is fire, and its fundamental spiritual sense is sight, meaning see. Like see, smell, taste, touch, hear, and see, hear and sense, things of that nature. Its mental faculty sense is sight. The solar plexus is. Did you know on a cosmic view scale, according to my Chakra Tree Murdy parable, you can have that too. You can have everything. Just take it. It's going to help you win and do nothing else but win. On my Chakra Tree Murdy parable, I have the solar, or when you look at it properly, according to all the information combined in order to make it make more sense, the solar plexus chakra lands as our conscious mind. We have a subconscious mind as well, and a physical body. The conscious mind being the sacral chakra, and the physical body being the root. It lands as our subconscious mind, the solar plexus chakra does. And I desire to put a fight back spirit into your conscious minds. Beat the negative energy out of thy mind heart space. Beat the negative energy out of thy head. Guard what you eat. Make sure what you eat is the best possible you can, man. The best way you can get some good food in you. Noah was all destroyed. Guard what you see. Make sure you're seeing things that'll spiritually uplift you, not tear you down. Because remember, anything trying to tear you down in this world is trying to take your life. Also guard the other senses. Best things possible for you at all times. Moving forward, I'm just going to finish it now. The rank. The next one, the reconnection scenario of that one is like the gluttonous for fighting that Akuma is in the story. If you watch the other videos, you heard the what if story. The next one, the root chakra, or the sacral chakra now. What's the life? What's the form? What's the sin? And what's the reconnection scenario? the life, sacral chakra, the form, my actual real biological, real life, physical father. He got the same name 50 Cent got. The sin is lust. And then the reconnection scenario is the truth of virtues where we actually stand. And the root chakra is the life. Kazuya Mishima video game form. The sin is greed. You'll be able to connect it all. You're a genius. You're all geniuses naturally. I know you can do it. The reconnection scenario is I am an archangel. So are you. Embrace it. And then the Earth Star chakra being the last one. The life. The form being my actual brother. Ignorance of the heart is the fear of the Most High God. They're both one and the same. Get rid of your ignorance so you can get rid of your fears. The sin is ignorance. Stop being ignorant. And in a reconnection scenario, know better, you do better. I love you all, my dear family. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all.